Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So let's talk about your social media profile. For most of us, it's kind of just there, a static business card floating in the digital world. But what if it could be more? What if that profile could become a machine that works for you 24/7? Imagine lead generation shifting from something you have to constantly do to something that just happens for you. That's the huge idea we're digging into today.
So let's start with this. What if I told you that when someone lands on your profile, their decision to stick around or to just click away comes down to one single thing, your headline? And what if that snap judgment is made by 7 out of every 10 people?
Yep, that's the number. 70%. That's how many people will take action or not based only on what your headline says. Now, this isn't just some fun fact. It's everything. It is literally the key that unlocks a hidden, automated stream of brand new leads.
And that leads us right into our first big topic, the 70% question. Because if you can really understand the power packed into that number, you're on your way to changing your whole social media game. So the real question is, how do we solve for that 70%?
Well, it all starts right here with a call to action or a CTA. Now, in this system, a CTA is super simple. It's just a direct prompt that tells a visitor exactly what to do next. And in our case, that action is to become a lead by grabbing a free, valuable gift from you. You can think of the CTA as the engine for this whole machine.
Okay, so if the CTA is the engine, we need to build a really good one, right? One that's powerful enough to get that 70% to stop and pay attention. Luckily, the system has a dead simple, repeatable formula for doing just that.
And here it is. It's just 4 little parts. You've got your persuasive headline, a direct link to whatever you're offering, a pointing finger emoji to, draw their eye to the link, and then another relevant emoji just to add a bit of flavor. That's it. It's so easy, you can put one together in minutes. And to make that first step, the headline, even easier, the system gives you these plug-and-play formulas. You don't have to be a master copywriter or guess what works. You just fill in the blanks with your specific result, your time frame, your audience. They're all designed to grab attention by promising a clear benefit, which is exactly what we need for that 70%.
All right, so you've built your perfect call to action. But a great engine doesn't do you any good if it's just sitting in the garage, right? The next part is all about strategic placement. The system calls this the profile takeover, and it's a 7-point checklist for turning your entire profile into a lead-capturing funnel. First up is your cover photo. This is the biggest piece of real estate on your whole profile, so you're going to treat it like your own personal digital billboard. You put your headline and a picture of your free offer right there. It's the first thing anyone sees, so it's impossible to miss.
Next up is a spot that's surprisingly effective and almost nobody uses it. You know when you click on someone's profile picture and it pops up? The description area for that photo is pure gold. It's a high-traffic spot, perfect for a hidden secondary CTA for anyone who's curious enough to click.
Okay, now for the intro section. That little bio area right under your name. The advice here couldn't be simpler. You just copy and paste your exact same CTA from before. This makes sure your offer is front and center, giving people an immediate, clickable link without making them hunt for it.
The link in your bio. This one feels obvious, but you'd be surprised how often it gets messed up. The system is really clear here. This link has to be the obvious destination. It should go directly to your landing page. No link trees, no extra steps, nothing that adds friction or causes confusion.
Now, your featured photo. This is what the system calls a secret weapon. Just like the cover photo, it's a really powerful visual space. So you use it to reinforce the message. Put your headline on it again, maybe with a nice mock-up of your free guide or checklist to make the whole offer feel more tangible, more real.
Think about your pinned post. It sits right at the top of your feed 24/7. It's basically a permanent ad for your expertise. The framework even gives you a script for a really casual, non-salesy post that offers your free gift. It just sits there, constantly pulling in interest from anyone who happens to scroll down your page.
And finally, this is a really crucial last check. You have to make sure this whole setup looks clean, clear, and is totally clickable on a phone. I mean, most people are on their phones anyway, right? So this step is absolutely non-negotiable if you want this machine to work everywhere for everyone.
Okay, so we've taken over the profile,
we've got our engine running in all the right places, and someone has finally clicked the link. So, what happens next? Let's follow that click and see how we get to the actual conversion.
So the person lands on your page. According to this blueprint, that landing page has one job, and one job only: capture their email address in exchange for that awesome free gift you promised them. That's it. No distractions, no other links, just a simple, clear value exchange.
And this brings us to probably the most important concept in this whole stage: congruency. It is absolutely vital that the headline on your landing page is the exact same headline from your social media profile. When they see the same words, it's like a little sigh of relief. It instantly tells them, phew, I'm in the right place. It builds trust and makes them way more likely to follow through.
Now, let's just zoom out for a second. This entire system we've walked through, from the headline formulas to the landing page, it isn't just a random collection of tactics. It's all built on a really specific philosophy about how marketing and lead generation should feel. It's a fundamental shift in your whole approach.
And this philosophy is captured perfectly in this one core idea from the source material. The goal is to shift lead generation from something you constantly have to do to something that just happens for you. You're not just hustling for leads, you're building an asset that brings them to you passively in the background.
And the reason this passive approach works so well is because it's all built on this idea of authentic connection over artificial perfection. The focus is on giving away real value, on establishing yourself as a trusted authority who actually wants to help. It's about attracting people with your expertise, not trying to pressure them with some slick sales pitch.
Which really brings us down to the one final thought for today. After seeing how this whole system is designed to run on autopilot, it's worth asking yourself, is my social profile an active asset that's working for me around the clock? Or is it just another platform that I feel like I have to constantly work on? The answer to that question, well, it just might